Nicholas Scott Cannon is an American television host, actor, rapper, and comedian. In television, Cannon began as a teenager on All That before going on to host The Nick Cannon Show, Wild 'N Out, America's Got Talent, Lip Sync Battle Shorties, and The Masked Singer. He acted in the films Drumline, Love Don't Cost a Thing, and Roll Bounce. As a rapper, he released his debut self-titled album in 2003 with the single Gigolo, a collaboration with singer R. Kelly. In 2007 he played the role of the fictional footballer T.J. Harper in the film Goal 2, Living the Dream. In 2006, Cannon recorded the singles Dime Piece and My Wife for the planned album Stages, which was never released. Early life. Cannon was born on October 8, 1980, in San Diego, California. Cannon was largely raised by his paternal grandfather, whom both he and his biological father called Dad. As a child, Cannon grew up in Lincoln Park's Bay Vista housing projects, which is a gang-ridden section of southeast San Diego. While in his teenage years, he was affiliated with the Lincoln Park Bloods street gang, but stated that he left behind his affiliations after losing a close friend. In 1998, he graduated from Monte Vista High School in Spring Valley, where he was president of the African Student Coalition and participated in track and field. Cannon received his first break doing stand-up comedy on his father's local cable access program. Music career. 1999–2006, Music beginnings, I Nick Cannon /I and I Stages /I. None. 2009–2012, Incredible Entertainment, Slick Nick and I Child of the Corn /I. None. 2013–present, I White People Party Music /I and Second Mixtape. None. Other ventures. Hosting. In 2005, Cannon created, produced, and hosted the MTV improv comedy series Wild 'N Out. That same year he hosted the so-called slime stunt on Nickelodeon's 2005 Kids' Choice Awards, in which a human cannonball was shot into slime. In addition, he was the DJ on Ellen DeGeneres' Bigger, Longer, and Wider show. On December 11, 2009, Cannon hosted the Nickelodeon Halo Awards along with Justin Timberlake, Hayden Panettiere, LeBron James, Kelly Rowland, and Alicia Keys. In 2010, Cannon created and co-hosted the short-lived Teen Nick original series The Nightlife. On July 4, 2011, Cannon hosted the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest, an annual American competitive eating competition. On November 12, 2012, MTV2 announced that the revival of Wild 'N Out. The revived show was produced by Cannon's Incredible Entertainment. The series premiered in 2013 with a few returning faces joined by a roster of fresh talents. When asked about the show coming back, Cannon said, "With our show's original cast, everyone from Kevin Hart to Cat Williams, Affian Crockett, and Taran Killam becoming household names, I am looking forward to working with MTV2 as we work to introduce the biggest comedic stars of tomorrow with the return of Wild 'N Out." Rapper Big Boi of Outkast has confirmed in a tweet on Twitter he was shooting an episode on January 29, 2013, in NYC, and for people to join in the audience. Season 5 of the show premiered on July 9, 2013, to the highest ratings in MTV2 history. It was renewed for Season 6 and 7, which aired in 2 blocks. Meanwhile, on December 1, 2012, Cannon would launch and host the Teen Nick Top 10 on Teen Nick as part of his executive role with the network. The program counted down 10 popular videos of the week, often with Cannon's input also a part of the week's playlist. The series would air until March 17, 2018, when Teen Nick phased out all original programming. On November 4, 2013, Cannon was the master of ceremonies as well as an honoree at the annual Ebony Magazine Power 100 Awards. In 2014, he began hosting Caught on Camera with Nick Cannon on NBC. On August 4, 2016, Wild 'N Out returned for its 8th season after 3 record-breaking seasons. On February 3, 2021, Cannon tested positive for COVID-19, leading to Niecy Nash temporarily filling in for him during his quarantine during the 5th season of The Masked Singer. He returned to hosting duty after competing as the wild card contestant Bulldog in the 5th episode and was eliminated by Nash's choice. In addition, Nick unmasked without the panelists having to make their final guesses. In 2019, it was announced that Cannon would be debuting his own syndicated daytime talk show in 2020 via Lionsgate's Debmar Mercury and Cannon's own production company, Incredible Entertainment. After taking a brief hiatus due to his controversy, the show, Nick Cannon, premiered on September 27, 2021 through syndication and Fox television channels. The show was cancelled in March 2022, and his final episode aired on May 27, 2022 with guest Carrie Ann Inaba. Racism controversy. On July 14, 2020, Nick Cannon was fired by Viacom-CBS after making racist and anti-Semitic remarks during an episode of his podcast Cannon's Class with Professor Griff. Cannon endorsed conspiracy theories about Jewish control of finance, claimed that Jews had stolen the identity of black people as the true Hebrews, and cited Louis Farrakhan, who is labeled as an anti-Semite by the Southern Poverty Law Center and Anti-Defamation League. Cannon also made black supremacist statements, calling white people savages who were closer to animals, claiming the only way that they can act is evil, citing the pseudoscientific melanin theory. A statement from Viacom-CBS noted that the company's relationship with Cannon was terminated due to his promotion of hateful speech and anti-Semitic conspiracy theories. 2 days later, Cannon released an apology only for his remarks regarding anti-Semitism, saying, "I want to assure my Jewish friends, new and old, that this is only the beginning of my education." He also demanded for complete ownership for Wild 'N Out, and an apology from Viacom-CBS for his termination. When Fox became aware of his podcast, the network immediately consulted him and accepted his public apology, allowing him to remain host of The Masked Singer. He donated his first paycheck to the Simon Wiesenthal Center, in light of the incident. On February 5, 2021, Viacom-CBS announced that Wild 'N Out would resume production with Cannon as host, saying that Cannon has taken responsibility for his comments and worked to educate himself through conversations with Jewish leaders. America's Got Talent/I and departure. None. Business. Following his role as host of the TEE Nick block, Nick Cannon was the chairman of the Teen Nick channel for Nickelodeon in 2009, as well as its development and creative consultant. In 2012, Nick Cannon created a sketch comedy series, Incredible Crew, starring 6 teenagers as Cannon wrote and produced the theme song. The show was produced by Cartoon Network Studios, in association with Incredible Entertainment. The series aired 13 episodes before being cancelled. As previously mentioned, he also hosted the network's Teen Nick Top 10 video countdown program. On November 30, 2012, a picture of Cannon was posted on the Incredible Entertainment website, which reported that Nick signed a deal with NBC Universal to produce scripted and unscripted material for the network. In December 2015, Cannon was named Chief Creative Officer of Radio Shack in hopes of catering to a younger crowd. According to the company, this role involved creating Radio Shack exclusive products and curating the in-store experience. They launched the Incredible line of consumer audio electronics the following February, starting with the Incredible One wireless headphones. Radio hosting. On January 19, 2010, Cannon hosted the morning show with CO hosts Nikki and Southern Sarah Lee at 92.3 Now FM in New York. Cannon has a weekly chart program called Cannon's Countdown that is syndicated by CBS Radio. On February 17, 2012, Cannon stepped down from 92.3 Now citing health issues. Currently Cannon hosts his own show Nick Cannon Mornings at Power 106 in Los Angeles. Nick Cannon's show replaced Jay Cruz's The Cruz Show in the 5 a.m. 10 a.m. time slot after Jay Cruz went over to urban contemporary hip-hop iHeartRadio rival KRRL Real 92.3 for their afternoon drive show. Comedy. On July 13, 2010, Cannon announced that he was going on a comedy tour in fall 2010, beginning at the Just for Laughs Festival in Montreal. In early 2011, Cannon recorded his first stand-up comedy special titled Mr. Showbiz at the Palms Casino Resort in Las Vegas. The special premiered on Showtime on May 14, 2011. A digital release of Mr. Showbiz became available on iTunes beginning May 16, 2011, with a physical release of the album on May 31, 2011. Personal life. Cannon was hospitalized on January 4, 2012, for treatment of mild kidney failure, and again on February 17, 2012, after a pulmonary embolism. On March 5, 2012, he announced that his kidney problems were due to lupus nephritis. Cannon enrolled at Howard University in 2016 and graduated in 2020 with a Bachelor of Science in Criminology/Administration of Justice and a minor in Africana Studies. Cannon endorsed the 2020 presidential campaign of rapper Kanye West after he guest starred on his podcast Cannon's Class. Relationships and children. Cannon has been married once and has had 10 children with 6 women. Cannon dated singer Christina Milian, reality star Kim Kardashian, and model Jessica White. In 2007, he was engaged to model Celida Ebanks. Cannon married singer-songwriter Mariah Carey on April 30, 2008, at her private estate on Windermere Island in the Bahamas. On April 30, 2011, Carey gave birth to fraternal twins, Moroccan Scott and Monroe Cannon. After 6 years of marriage, the couple separated and Cannon filed for divorce in December 2014. Their divorce was finalized in 2016. In late 2021, Cannon revealed that he would be celibate for a while, but in January 2022 he announced he was expecting his 8th child. Cannon has 3 children with model Brittany Bell. Golden Sagan Cannon. Powerful Queen Cannon. Rise Messiah Cannon. Cannon has twin sons with Abby de la Rosa, and they are reportedly expecting a 3rd child. Zion McSally Diane Cannon. Zillionaire Cannon. Cannon had a son with model Alyssa Scott, who died of brain cancer at 5 months old. Scott revealed in November 2022 that she and Cannon are expecting a 2nd child. Zen S. Cannon. Cannon has a son with model Brie Tiazi. Legendary Love Cannon. Cannon has a daughter with model Lanisha Cole. Onyx Ice Cole Cannon. Activism. In 2011, Cannon filmed a public service announcement for Do Something, encouraging teens to find a cause about which they are passionate and take action in their communities. Since 2011, Cannon has served as the celebrity spokesperson for the National Association of Letter Carriers' annual National Food Drive, which is held throughout the United States on the 2nd Saturday in May. Discography. Studio albums Nick Cannon. White People Party Music. Filmography. Film. Television.